living together every day, and it's now or never that we find a way to live together.
So Lucas, welcome to Living Together.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's all mine. So you had fun experiencing the Montreal-Brazilian connection.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of cool people, do a lot of cool things. It was really nice.
All right, so what's the first thing we're looking at? We'll be going through your journey. You're setting us up in a parallel between São Paulo and Montreal.
Yeah, they're both, we try to explore where they connect, where they meet, and where things are different.
All right.
From Montreal and São Paulo.
Let's go take a look.
Hi, my name is Lucas and I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. When I was 8 years old, my family and I moved to the United States. We lived there for about 6 years, and when the financial crisis struck in 2008, it was difficult to live there, so we had to go back to Brazil. I was accustomed with the American culture, so when I went back, I realized there was a whole culture that went on, and I had missed out all the details. Then, my Brazilian friends would talk to me about artists, events. They would tell me jokes, and I didn't understand or know any of them. They would ask me, well, why don't you know them? I wasn't living there, so I have always felt like an outsider. I came to Montreal 6 months ago. My goal was to learn French so I could study cinema at Dawson College. When I arrived in Montreal, it felt like home to me, but I didn't know why. In a way, Montreal has many things that are similar to São Paulo. It's a multicultural city with lots of immigrants. Over here, you can find restaurants of all parts of the world, just like in São Paulo. Graffiti and urban art is also something that we have in both cities. You can find all kinds of different art and cultural expression. Montreal and São Paulo are artistic cities. On the other hand, there are many things that are very different. Being raised in São Paulo, for what I've seen in movies, is something like New York. São Paulo is a huge city with almost 12 million people. We are known in Brazil as the city of work. It's hard to get around. We have problems with traffic, smog, and pollution. It's a concrete jungle with few parks and green spaces to visit. Here in Montreal, we can see people enjoying the summer in parks, buying groceries in small local businesses, and enjoying a nice dinner outside. In São Paulo, we are trying to reoccupy the urban spaces with people rather than only cars. Just recently, we built our first bike paths, and more people are getting outside, claiming the public spaces. São Paulo is a city moving forward to the future of urban organization, while Montreal is already there, leading the way. The reason I talk just about São Paulo is because Brazil is a very big country. Brazil is so vast that people are very diverse from region to region. Their customs are different, the way they talk, what they eat, how they dress, what music they listen to. I find that it is almost a different country going out of Southeast Brazil, and I haven't been much to other regions. But here in Montreal, we can find people from all around Brazil, representing the regions and the cultural backgrounds. They are from another corner in Brazil that I never visited, but I feel like I know them because we are from the same country. Even though in Brazil I would never have any relationship with that person because they are far away. Here, Brazilian people are more integrated amongst themselves. They're gonna be friends, play soccer together, go to samba. Even if they don't like samba, they're gonna wanna go just because they want to remember what it was like being in Brazil. Because in the end, what makes us Brazilians is not about what we do, but how we do it. In this way, we are all the same.
You've decided to discover the Brazilian connection in Montreal. What was the next step now that we've established a parallel between São Paulo and Montreal?
Well, the next step, I guess, was finally dancing the dance for my culture, you know.
Yeah.
Samba. And we found out about this Espaço de Samba.
So you went online to discover about the samba connection.
Yeah, we went online and we found about Espaço de Samba at La Fontaine. And we talked to Marcos when we got there. He was a really nice guy. He showed me around and he even got me dancing with one of the models, I guess, the model students.
Yeah.
I was very At first I was shy because I had no idea how to dance samba.
Had you danced before?
No.
So that was your
It was a different type of samba than the one. It's like we're used to, you know.
Well, you were pretty brave. You
Yeah.
took the challenge.
I took the challenge. I took the challenge.
All right.
I made it head on.
Let's go see Marcus.
Oi, beleza? Boa noite, tudo bom?
Tudo jóia.
E aí, como que tá acontecendo aqui? Pode explicar pra gente?
Nossa.
Se introduz,
Meu nome é o Marcos.
Marcos.
Aqui é a tarde de dança brasileira, encontro dos dançarinos da comunidade apaixonada por dança brasileira. Eles se encontram aqui todas as terças, com 3, 4 professores de dança de diferentes nacionalidades que moram em Montreal e ensinam danças brasileiras. Forró, samba de gafieira, dança de salão.
E como é que começou esse movimento aqui?
Nossa, isso aí longa data, e vamos supor, tinha as noites, sempre teve as noitadas brasileiras, tem músicos brasileiros que moram aqui há 30 anos, e a dança de salão, isso que está rolando aqui agora, de fato, começou em 2005. Eu tive o prazer de começar essa história, modestamente. Cheguei aqui em 2005, passando um mês de férias, e de encontro com os músicos eu organizei um workshop para a galera dançar para mim. A ideia do colar 2, aquele inverno extraordinário, menos 25, falei, vou abrir um curso de forró e samba de gafieira e deixar um pouco um gostinho pra galera. Alô? E aí, você tá falando que é por aqui? Veio pela dança? Você dança? Gosta de dançar?
Eu não danço, mas tenho muito interesse.
Pô, cara, chegou na hora certa, já é. Vambora, vamos nessa?
So we saw a lot of foot movement here. Yeah.
Yeah, very much. At first, it seemed really hard. It
Yeah.
seemed really hard at the beginning, but once you get into the rhythm, and then your body's just moving by itself.
Yeah. It becomes intuitive.
It becomes intuitive.
So how'd you like that experience dancing with, what was your name?
I danced with one of the teachers and Jacqueline.
Okay.
She was very positive about it, I guess. She just took it. She was just laughing the whole time.
Yeah. So what is the next stop on that Brazilian Montreal journey? You went on to do capoeira, is that it?
Exactly.
Was that a first too?
That was the first, actually.
Wow, lots of first experience here.
Finally, in Canada, I get to do capoeira. It was the hardest workout I've ever done.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. In 1-2 hours is enough for a week. My back was hurting for 2 or 3 days. My arms and all my muscles. It was just because you're constantly rolling on the floor and then you're jumping and then you're kicking, and it's very demanding. Very demanding. But it's also a lot of fun too because you're dancing at the same time.
Yeah, clearly. So there's the passionate level is higher than just pure training.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check it out.
Olá, boa tarde. Boa tarde. Tudo bom? Meu nome é Lucas, eu sou novo aqui, queria saber um pouquinho do que está acontecendo aqui.
Aqui estou dando treino de capoeira Angola. Você já treinou capoeira?
No, never. I've never done capoeira. Yeah? Can I just join right now? Are you about to start?
Yeah.
Okay,
Long time in Montreal?
5-6 months,
Oh, yeah.
right
And
about.
just now you come to see me?
Yeah, the first time.
Okay.
First time.
So take your place.
Okay.
Capoeira is a Brazilian cultural expression that mixes martial arts, sport, popular culture, and music. It is generally agreed that the seeds of capoeira were sown by African slaves, taken from the region of Angola. In Brazil, this ritual dance evolved into a form of self-defense, whose movements emphasize attacks with the head and feet. Capoeira's movements of attack and defense were blended with dance steps and acrobatics, so that the Portuguese slave owners would see a harmless dance. The slaves also began using musical instruments, such as the berimbau and the atabaque, as a way to disguise capoeira. One feature that distinguishes capoeira from other martial arts is its musicality. Practitioners of this Brazilian martial art not only learn to fight, but also to play the typical instruments and sing. The experience overall was really amazing. Following the rhythm, and you get into a state where you're almost hypnotized by what's going on, and you just follow your head isn't there anymore, and your body just follows. So it's really spiritual. You get to feel it, and it's cool that I got to learn it here in Montreal, not even in Brazil, and I can feel the same Brazilian spirit here. The hardest part, I think, is keeping up with the teacher, because the rhythm keeps going and you have to keep exercising, and if you miss a step, the whole class continues, so it's very hard to get the right steps at the right time and to follow the teacher's lead. That's the hardest part I found. At one point I was really tired. I was thinking about giving up, but I persevered, and I gave myself 110%, and I made it to the end of class. I'm feeling very proud of myself right now.
Yeah, I can see why you were numbed and sore afterwards. It's a pretty intense workout.
Yeah.
All right. And so coming out of capoeira, what was your next experience in the Brazilian Montreal connection?
Right, actually, the day after or 2 days after, I was just walking down on Saint-Denis.
Okay.
And there was this batucada going on where they just had, I guess it was 20 people, and they had drums and percussions, and they were just, it was like a Brazilian samba week carnival.
You just stumbled upon?
Yeah, and on Saint-Denis, on the red terrace, and it was amazing actually just to find them there and just banging away.
Banging away.
Yeah.
Let's go batucada, bang it away. Quite the soccer player. Did you score a goal?
No, not at all. I helped the goalkeeper save one or two.
Through defense.
Kind of, yeah, I guess.
So this is a community of Brazilian soccer players coming together.
Yeah, they play every Sunday at the park near Metro Salve.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
great.
Every Sunday there's always people there. Some French people too, some Arab guys I saw the other day.
So it's a multicultural soccer connection.
But they're mostly Brazilians.
So is that a way for them to keep the connection from a community level?
Yeah, it's been going for a couple of years now.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I was talking to Milton who organizes it, and it's such a blast.
Yeah.
It's such a blast.
You like soccer?
It feels like you're in Brazil there too, because so everybody, most of the people are Brazilian, and it's a big field and hot weather and.
ver jogar aí com a gente?
Tem espaço aí pra mais?
Deixa eu ver, tem aqui no azul aqui, ó. Pega aí.
Valeu, hein?
Valeu. Até mais. Até. Não, entendeu? Perdeu. Caiu em algum lugar?
É só
Tem que ficar um, ó.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ele. Não vai pegar aqui não? Caralho! Você contou de horário, hein? Vamos pro dia, tinha que ser.
All these new activities made me very hungry. Perfect time to go and experience some fine Brazilian cuisine.
Hi, I am Daniel Pires. I am Portuguese and I have a churrascaria in the old Montreal.
So how did the idea to open up rodizio outside of Brazil, how did this come about?
Well, it happens in the beginning of the years 80. I went to Rio de Janeiro in holidays and they took me to a churrascaria. And I liked so much the idea that I decided to open up a restaurant, a churrascaria in Portugal, which I did. And it was a great success in there. We eventually brought dancers of lambada, capoeira, samba. And then in the year 2012, I decided to come to Montreal. I already lived in Montreal in the years 70. And we opened a rodizio here. And why? Because it gives a great choice to people. Because the rodizio, you have a huge varieties of grilled meat. In our case, more than 14 different meats. And also goes along with salad buffet, with rice, black beans, polenta, fried banana, mandioca, French fries. We are in a beautiful house in the old Montreal. Used to be the residence of the first mayor of Montreal, Jacques Vigier, used to live here. Eventually it was a museum, and now it's a Brazilian churrascaria.
Wow, that's nice. Brazil and Portugal working together on a historic site here in Montreal.
Yes, it is, and I'm very glad to be part of that project, or get the two communities together. It's a great pleasure for me because I have two children, two sons, married with Brazilian women. My wife, she's Brazilian, so I'm very related with the Brazilian culture. So of course for me it's an honor that to represent the Brazil here in Montreal.
So when you came out of the restaurant in the old port, you went to go explore a bit the beach no que tanto de Quai de l'Horloge.
Yeah, it was actually a Brazilian party going on for our national holiday or Independence Day.
So you met some interesting people.
Yeah, I did. I met a lot of the people I met along the way here. I met Marcos from
the dance.
From the dancing.
You got to practice your dance step in action?
Yeah, I actually danced with him and some other people.
Did it pay off?
Quite a bit. Yeah, I guess. Right. I guess it did.
See, you got that from living together. Better dancer.
And I met also Hamilton, the organizer of the event, really nice guy. Adam, the DJ who was playing.
Okay.
Some Brazilian girls.
Brazilian girls. All right, let's go take a look at it.
What's happening here today?
Wait, welcome to Brazil now. Today, look this weather. This is Brazilian party. It's Brazilian day. The first time in Montreal.
The first time in Montreal, Brazilian party.
Today is it's crazy party. The dancing with the DJ, and after over the samba, the Brazilian samba with the dancing. I know this for the Brazilian people. O 7 de setembro é o dia da independência do Brasil, né? Então isso tem todo um significado. Sempre quando nós estamos no exterior, parece que a gente tem uma relação mais próxima com essa data, né? Quando a gente está no Brasil, às vezes a gente passa um pouco batido, mas quando a gente está fora, parece que a gente reacende um pouco do nacionalismo, né? Digamos assim.
Sem dúvida, sem dúvida.
Eu acho que nós precisávamos ter um dia específico do Brasil, para a gente se afirmar. Todas as outras culturas têm o seu dia e faltava o nosso. E agora nós temos. Nesse primeiro ano, nós estamos organizando e a tendência de vir outros Brazilian Days em Montreal. E escolhemos um lugar para começar numa praia, né? Tá vendo? A expressão que a gente tem que estar no meio do mar, sem sair de Montreal, na verdade, do coração de Montreal, no Velho Porto.
Alright, folk, dirigido at l'Horloge for Brazilian Day Montreal Beach Party. Yeah, we're two organizers. There's me and Hamilton, and he's bringing the most Brazilian part. I'm bringing the more the like technical part here at the L'Horloge because I was a DJ here all summer. I was a resident DJ here for Friday, and yeah. So today is the Brazilian day, so it's gonna be crazy.
So you're gonna play some Brazilian music.
Of course, yeah. I have a lot of like house music remix of classics. I have a little surprise for people here. And some tribal house too. I have another friend DJ, Mr. Touré, is gonna play more like Afro house and soca music.
And you're originally from Montreal? Or?
Yeah, exactly. I was born here. I grew up North Shore, but I'm a real Québécois, as they said. Speak French, and now I'm trying to get trilingual. It's getting good.
So how did you get into Brazil and Brazilian music?
I've always been attracted by like reggae, by Latin music, and I had a very good friend for 5 years. She's Brazilian, and I was already in love with the culture, so I started to think about learning Portuguese, so which I did. And then after I went to Brazil, I was supposed to stay there only 1 month and a half. Finally, I stayed there over 7 months, and so I came back, and I was looking to keep it up, you know, with the people, with the culture. I made a lot of friends here. So here we are. For me, it's like coming back to Brazil today. It's gonna be fun.
So you're gonna try to recreate the atmosphere in Brazil?
Yeah. I remember the first time I played in Brazil. It was in Rio de Janeiro in a beach party where we were like 150 people. It was a private party. It was amazing.
So how did you meet Hamilton?
Yeah, this is probably basically by Facebook, but it's very funny because I just looked like the events, a big events was happening in Montreal. I looked at the 3 person that was organizer, and I saw Hamilton. I just clicked on his name. Then I found out he was a very good friend of someone in my family. So you know, and he's a very good friend of my best friend, Brazilian Lina Coimbra, who's very like implicated in the Brazilian culture here in Montreal, in Canada. So we started to talk, and the idea of making a Brazilian day was his idea. My idea was making like a Brazilian party. I didn't know about the Brazilian day, so the timing was just perfect.
long have you guys been here in Montreal?
Well, I recently got here. It's been like 6 months. And actually it was kind of funny because I was living that close. And I study here, so I have to my way to school. And every day I pass here and it was frozen, it was all snowy and not good as today. It's like totally different scenario.
So it's the first time you're being here on the beach?
Yeah, first time I step on the beach.
Oh, it's summer.
Super, yeah, it's summer.
How did you get to know about the event?
Well, actually we have some friends who are Brazilian who already been playing on the DJ scene here in Montreal for a while, and they invited us through Facebook, so we're here. Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. We're sweaty, so good. Reminds me of home.
Yeah, it feels like being in the beach.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect beach though.
You guys are all Brazilian?
Yeah. I'm not Brazilian.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. I'm from Canada.
Yeah, so you're just here enjoying the Brazilian party?
Enjoying the vibe, yeah. With the Brazilians.
In Portuguese, we have this word, saudade. It means longing something, you miss something. It doesn't really have a good translation in English. So when you are alone in a new place, it's nice to meet people that reminds you of family. Seeing other Brazilians in Montreal reminds me of family. Even if it's just a stranger in the store talking about the weather, you say, wow, that could be my aunt. That one could be my cousin. The Portuguese language unites us. It's a nice feeling. Saudade. That's what it means. All those years living in Brazil, I felt like an outsider. Now, 8,000 kilometers away, I feel closer than ever.
Cause we're living together every day, and it's now or never. We find a way to live together.